Welcome to Split Screen, a production of Love OV and presented by Harvey Goodman Realtors and ClickHarvey.com. If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, now's a good time to think about doing it because it's the end of June. We're headed into July, 4th of July next week, and we're headed into the second half of summer and looking down the barrel of another school year coming up as well. So now is a good time to start thinking about selling your house. It is a seller's market. Check out ClickHarvey.com. They have all the resources you need to get your home sold quickly and easily. All you got to do is ClickHarvey.com, find yourself a rep, and get it done very, very easily. Now, if you're in the market to buy, you can do that as well. They have hundreds of homes for sale in the Ohio Valley. Check it all out at ClickHarvey.com. Big thanks to Harvey Goodman Realtors for jumping on as a partner on the show. Now, we would like to bring on our guest for today. He is calling in from Come Shoot Indoors in Martins Ferry, and we welcome Michael Perry to the show. Hi, Michael.
Hey, I'm glad to be on, Nick. Thanks for having me today.
Sure thing. Glad to have you. So we were just talking before we went live about Come Shoot Indoors. Now, you guys have kind of a family complex out in that area, a number of different businesses, but you're out in the same area. I believe it's Coleraine Pike in Martins Ferry. That includes S&S Motorsports and the billiards hall out in that area. Am I right?
You're correct. We also have the virtual firing range, and we have CSI, which is a live range. And so far, both are doing fairly well. We're happy.
Tell me about Come Shoot Indoors, CSI. How long have you been open? What's the story here?
We started looking back in 16. We wanted to have something, but we weren't sure what we wanted. So we looked around different places all over the Ohio Valley. I had a different partner back then, and then we just decided we would do it on our own. So we went ahead. My fiance is Jeanette Mertz, nurse practitioner for Dr. Dela Cruz. We got tired of people losing our money as far as investors and things like this. So we decided we would put in a gun range. We were sitting on the couch one night watching TV, and she says, "What do you want to call it?" And CSI Miami popped up, and I CSI, Come Shoot Indoors.
There you go. I like that idea.
Yeah, it was pretty sharp. Everybody liked it. We opened March 1st of 18, and we've been in business now for 2 years. We have over 1,000 people that come in here at any one time. So I'm really happy. Our shooting family is growing every day. We train concealed carry down here. That's done Wednesday through Sunday. If somebody can't make it on those days, we bring them in on a Monday or Tuesday where there's nobody on the range but us.
Now, I was going through your website, and it looks like you have like monthly memberships. Explain how the membership thing works and how somebody can get in and start shooting.
Well, we have monthly memberships. We did have yearlies for a while, but the monthly is a lot better to come in. We give you a discount on your targets. We give you a discount on your ammo, things like this. Otherwise, if you just walk in off the street, it's going to be $18 an hour, unless you're a veteran. We have our veterans and our law enforcement EMS come in at $9 an hour and shoot. The range is about 65 degrees on a range today. It is air conditioned. It is heated in the winter. So, but the monthly memberships, we always have something going on. We have free water for you if you want to come in and have a glass of water. We do have coffee for you now. So, and of course, we're following the guidelines by the CDC. Everybody has to wear a mask. They come in. We're separated by steel plates in the shooting stalls, and the law says I have to push 75 cubic feet a minute of air across you. We're pushing over 500 to make sure that all of the smoke and everything goes downrange. We are here to protect our shooting family.
So I was talking to Sean McGuire, who you've worked with, getting this show set up, and he spoke very highly of you and of course the business, and he talked a lot about, was telling me a lot about the safety measures that you have in place, how it's always a top priority for you, and everything is top notch at the range.
Yes, we have to maintain complete safety here. That's our number one goal. We have to keep our families safe. As far as the CDC, we wipe everything down every night every day with Cavicide. It's the same thing the hospitals use to clean their ORs. After that's done, we make sure that all of our clients, after they shoot, they come in, they have to wash their hands with D-lead, takes all the gunshot residue off of them. We tell them, you need to go home, you need to get clean, wash your hair, things like this, because there's gunshot residue still on you. As far as when we're in on the range, we make sure that everything is kept clean, everything is kept operational, and we like to do this because, like I said, NRA states that safety is #1 priority, and we abide by that here at CSI.
Good. That's good to hear. So, speaking from the perspective of somebody that, maybe somebody doesn't shoot often or they don't know much about it, it can be kind of intimidating, I think. So somebody wants to get into it for the first time as a hobby, a young person, obviously of legal age. How would they go about doing it step by step? They come see you, and what's the process like?
Well, they come to us as a new time shooter, first-time shooter. We have books from the NRA. I pass that over to Mr. Joe Strezak. He is our instructor for first-time shooters, and he sets all this up. He takes them in. They go through the book completely. In order to actually go through that book, you would have about an 8-hour class. We do it in about 2 hours. We give you the basics. We put you on the range, and we show you how to stand, how to hold this gun, how to load this gun, how to break it down, and how to clean it. Now, when it comes to the cleaning side of it, I have Jeff Crone, who takes care of the cleaning sides of all these guns. People don't know. They just go out and get a gun, bring it in, and think they can shoot it. You have to oil these things. They cannot be fired dry. If you need help, we'll come in and help you. Anybody in here, I've got my clients all come in here. The people that I've taught my CCW will be back on the range. They will help you. If you need help, all you got to do is just ask for it. If you look like you're fairly capable of a shooting, we will watch you for a little bit and make sure everything's okay. We do have a range master on the range at all times. This is something that's safety. We have to have safety. It's a lot of fun back there, but it can be really dangerous as well.
Right. I also noticed on your website you mentioned CCWs. Now, you can do CCW permits, not just for Ohio, but also West Virginia as well?
Yeah, my certificates are good, all but the 17 states that don't allow. And soon it's going to be Virginia, as I heard, as of July 1, they're not going to take our reciprocity anymore. So there's 17 different states that you cannot carry an Ohio license in.
Okay. What about, there's something else I noticed on here that I wanted to bring up. And I lost my train of thought. So let's go back real quick to anybody just now joining the show. We're talking with Michael Perry from CSI, Come Shoot Indoors. This is in Bridgeport on Coleraine Pike. And tell me about the building that you're in. This used to be an old school, correct?
Yeah, this is actually in Martins Ferry. We're 7 miles out of Martins Ferry. It's on Coleraine Pike. It used to be the old Steeple Valley School. And this was actually my grade school when I went here back in the early 60s. So, it feels good to be back in here, and it feels good to be teaching back in here again. So the school is actually being utilized as a teaching facility. We have a really unique program. You go through the VFR, which is virtual firing range. It is a laser based, and we have different things for you to shoot at. We actually have people on the laser and on the wall shooting back at you. So it's a really unique program. We use that every time we do a concealed carry class. In Ohio, it's CCW, carrying concealed weapon. In West Virginia, your license would be concealed handgun license. So we have a great time doing this. It's all high tech. It's the best of the best training.
Okay. The website is comeshootindoors.com. And a lot of information there as well, how to get in, what you need to do to get started, all of that sort of stuff that we talked a little bit about. Is there anything else somebody should know about? Anything that maybe we didn't cover here yet today?
Well, again, there's a lot of people coming in right now for concealed carry. We get people that don't know the grip from the muzzle. And, we got to get you trained. It's not like you just went out and started to drive. Somebody trained you. I feel that if you're going to own a gun, you need to have this training. The basic pistol, the classes are like $50. The cleaning of your gun is $30, and your concealed carry is $100. You need like 100 rounds full metal jacket. The reason being is the rubber that you're shooting into the back wall. If you put a hollow point through there, it just literally burns a complete hole in this thing. And these things are very, very expensive. They're like $350 a sheet. I got 6 sheets. It's hanging up back there. Each sheet will withstand 55,000 rounds. So we've had to flip sheets and spin them, turn them upside down. We're in the process now of we're getting ready to order and get all new rubber back on the back wall. There's a piece of AR-500 steel back there which you cannot penetrate. So once you go in here and shoot, you'll realize how much fun this is. You bring a family in, the family comes in, a family that shoots together will stay together. They're happy. They walk out of here. We tell them, hey, your family, thank you for coming in here. We thank you every time you come in and every time you leave. And our shooting family is very important to me. I have now probably 2,000 new brothers and sisters.
That's good to hear. Typically, we go to the comments section, and our buddy Mikey, who is usually always blowing up the comments section with questions and stuff, he's not able to get into Facebook, so now he's gone to texting me directly on my phone for questions during the show. So I got one from Mikey, if you want to take that. Do you take your own weapons to CSI, or are they offered there like for rental?
We have rentals, but we allow you to bring your own in. A lady that was taking a CCW class the other day had an ancient gun. I haven't seen this thing in 30 years, maybe 40. And we helped her with it. We oiled it for her, made sure it was operational. You can bring your own ammo in here as long as it's full metal jacket. We do not allow magnums, no 10 millimeter, no 357s, because it's just too big for what we have here. It's only 48. I can squeeze 50 feet out of it. But we don't have carbines coming in because it places the rounds too quick, and it's a different velocity when it comes out of your muzzle. So we try to help everybody. We'll work on your guns, basically. We do a cleaning for you. I'm not a gunsmith. I do have gunsmiths that are available. Some of the guys around the area I'd like to take and thank at this point, if I could, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely.
One is Jamie Bear down at Bridgeport Equipment. He's the one who started the card challenge. We have to stand at, this card I tore in half at 21 feet, and it is positioned vertically like this.
Oh, you got to shoot it through the thin part of it?
Yes, and tear them apart. Once you do that, then we change the whole scenario. We set it out so it's running horizontal like this. Oh, this is done with a 22. It's really easy to do this with a 9. It's like hitting it with a straight brick. And then once you master that, then we turn it this way. Now you have to really pay attention to this. I have a whole wall sitting back here, and my last lady, her name was Megan. She kept telling me she couldn't hit that target. We kept telling her, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And she fired on her 8th shot. She tore the card completely in half.
Wow.
So this is the different things we have. We also have golf balls that we're getting ready to set up on golf tees. Clear at the back wall, it's 50 feet. You're not allowed to shoot the golf ball. You have to shoot the golf tee that it's setting on. You have to use R22s. You're not allowed to use a big board. We have some that are going to hang up. We shoot bowling pins, cards. They shot my business card last week, so Joe Strezak did that. All of the instructors come in for the NRA. And what I want to tell you is the NRA and CCW are not synonymous. They mean nothing to each other. NRA will teach you to shoot holes in targets, paper. I actually am you're shooting targets with us that actually have guns pointed at you, so it makes you nervous. Once I can get you acclimated to looking at the target, then you're not nervous anymore, where you will be if you ever get into a shooting. So We try to tell people we run by the Ohio Revised Code. That's a test answer, test question. Everything I do is by the Ohio Revised Code. All the testing, I rewrote everything. So it's my program. So I feel lucky.
Anybody else that you want to throw some shout outs before we, I know you said had some friends that you wanted to thank before we wrap things up today.
Yeah, I'd also like to put a shout out to Norman Doyle at East Ohio Shooting Academy up on Garrett Hill Road in St. Clairsville. That's where I started at. His brother-in-law, Gunny, he's a gunnery sergeant from the Corps. He's retired 22 years, John Holt. Fantastic friend, fantastic shooter. Sam Lancerota works for them also. Sam is in charge of cleaning your guns. It shows everybody how to clean. The guy is phenomenal. He's an Air Force vet. There's other people out here. There's Powers Defensive Tactics we've worked with. We try to work with all the ranges around the area. We want to make sure that everybody is trained and they're trained correctly. Please don't go to somebody and give them $25 and pick up that certificate, because two things are going to happen. One, you'll get your certificate, you'll pay that money, and then you'll turn around and have to take the course all over again. The course is offered online. We will not accept it, because who's to say you didn't pay somebody to take that course for you?
Right.
I get people walk in here, turn their guns around, which are loaded, and look down the bore. And I'm like, bench your weapon. Don't do that in here. This is why you're not allowed to walk through the door with a loaded firearm. Safety, 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 safety. Most of all, friendship.
All right, CSI, come shoot indoors. It's in Martins Ferry on Coleraine Pike. Michael Perry, thank you so much for joining us on the show, and we'll be out to see you soon.
Nick, you need to come over and shoot with us.
Me and Sean will come out, all right?
That'll work.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for having me.
All right, Michael, thanks so much. That is Split Screen, presented by Love OV and presented by Harvey Goodman Realtors and ClickHarvey.com. Big thanks to Michael Perry. And come shoot indoors, CSI, again on Coleraine Pike in Martins Ferry. Go see him. Sounds like a good time. That is Split Screen, Harvey Goodman Realtors, ClickHarvey.com. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, you can do it now quickly and easily at ClickHarvey.com. We'll see you again next. Let's see. Short week this week. We're back again next week. Have a good holiday. We'll see you guys after the 4th.